It's March 21st, and welcome back to my channel. We are at the beginning of the spring equinox, the springtime, and it's a super exciting period because we also are going to be stepping into the astrological new year as it is now Aries season. So I want to talk to you, or is it either today or tomorrow? So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the energy of a previous transit, which still is going to relate to this astrological new year. So back in February 9th, we had the new moon in Aquarius. So today's video is about the new moon in Aquarius because I am catching up with my new moon and full moon cycles. So if you're seeing this video, it's probably because it's divine timing. This message was written before, but it's meant to resonate at any time you see the video. So because I do these videos for my as a collaboration with my Instagram posts, and my Instagram posts are on my IG platform, which is at withlovecole, so you can see the corresponding graphics for today's video there. And this video kind of just gives you guys a long form expression of the information. And also I talk a little more about what I've personally experienced through the transits, collective messages that are coming up. And of course, I go deeper into the themes, etc., the human design gates, and give you guys some writing prompts. So I've already linked the writing prompts to this video and an Easter egg, another video you can watch for more inspiration to this video. So feel free to check that out after you watch the video and after we go through some of the energy that we were experiencing back in February. So a little about me. My name is Nicole. I'm a wellness entrepreneur, human design reader, and so much more. Thank you guys so much for the love. And as a wellness entrepreneur and mom, it's really, really important for me to connect the esoteric with our world now. So it's really important to show us that spirituality is very much a part of who we are, and understanding the transits and what's happening in the sky because it affects us is so important to learning how to navigate life in the material plane. So let's jump right into it. Aquarius is the sign that is in the 11th house, and Aquarius covers friendships, advancements in technology, unique expression, out of the box thinking, humanitarian needs. Thank you so much for the love. And because of that, Aquarians are here to really be disruptors of what we see in society. So around the time of this full moon, this new moon, that happened on February 9th, we also had Time Magazine make Motaz. I don't know if you've seen him. He's a press reporter that's been covering what has been happening in his home country of Palestine at the Gaza Strip. We know that they've been experiencing genocide, famine, and a bunch of other horrific things. Well, he did get praise for being a disruptor, for being brave, for having courage to speak about things that most people aren't going to show, and being brave enough to literally put his life on the line to make sure others are seeing what is happening to his people and to his homeland. So shout out to him. I'm so happy that not only is he still alive and doing well, he's been also able to get treatment because he's had some stomach issues, because of course we know that when people are warriors and heroic, many times it's not that they're not experiencing things, they are just pushing past it to deliver the message of positivity, of hope, of change to the collective. So yes, this was very profound because it's showing that disruptors are being honored and people are being recognized for not doing what is status quo. And we need more of that because it's saying the world is now ready for the change that is coming, which is a huge blessing. The fact that I'm getting so much love on this video is already showing me that there's just so much appreciation for the esoteric, for the spiritual, and for people who are literally here to be light workers and just want to see a change in the world. So with that theme happening, we also have some other themes. So I'll be reading from my notes. Again, I told you guys I wrote this back in February. So some of the themes that we had were advancement, unpredictability, exploration, breakout, because part of the unpredictability is he was getting awarded, right? But bombs were still being dropped, right? Genocide was still happening, despite he's also getting recognized for what he's doing and the positive work. But yet it's still showing that there's a schism between um, the change that is coming and what is currently happening in the world, and how whoever the people who are in power are still not making the decisions towards peace that they should. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get this video shadow banned, which is unfortunate because censorship is another big theme that is happening still. And that's probably why the divine timing of this video is now. So with that, with people still being censored, again, there's still this breakdown that's happening. So now let's talk about some more themes that I have here. So breakout, vision, self-control, ethics and morality are really coming to the forefront, especially when it comes to politics. We are realizing we need a democratic leader, and we need someone who's really representative of the people. And as we see, that is clearly not happening. We don't have a majority of people who feel like they can really go for one person. I do remember when I think about '08, and we know the slogan, right? People were so pumped for him. The energy in the country was just so much excitement. We felt the hope, we felt the change. And of course, change takes time. So even though it may not have played out the way we all thought it would, where we saw more advancement, we did see a lot of change and progress that happened at that time. So I do feel like with this new with this change, as well as with leaders like Marianne Williamson, who are more comfortable saying, I don't even care if I look ridiculous or you guys judge me or call me the crystal lady. I am standing on my ethics. I'm standing on my values. So I really applaud people like that. Bernie Sanders as well. This is, again, not a political video, but Aquarian is about humanity. And I do feel like it would be irresponsible of me to not talk about something that is clearly necessary and also very much a part of what's on people's minds, the direction of the world, who are going to be our leaders, how can we step up to be leaders of ourselves, because again, self-control is here, so self-governance is very important. Aquarians are really good at, I feel like, regenerating and taking care of themselves. And this is, I feel like, because they do fall in the house of friendships. So even Aquarians, like, being a friend to themselves, I feel like that's a big reason why they tend to do deep dives into things they love and just know how to kind of nurture that inner child. So let's continue. My light is shifting, so it's lovely because the sun is coming in, but it's also affecting the light here. So more themes: stability, renovation, and foundations. Again, as we're talking about the climate of the world and people's socioeconomic status, we also can look at the economy, and we're seeing that there are so many people being evicted or losing homes, struggling to get food. Inflation has caused a lot of prices to go up. So with that, the collective is really thinking about what is going to help me create stability, but also help me to be happy. Because when you're in a stressful situation or stressful time, you really need to be able to self-regulate in order to be competent, in order to be someone who can make fast decisions, have good cognition, and create material wealth. Because competence, as Human Design Gate 14 talks about, is all competence is the gift of Gate 14, and it all relates to, if we're competent, we're able to make quick decisions, we're able to keep up with the times and move with the material plane, and in turn we can have bounteousness, which bounty or prosperity is the life theme of that gate. So let's keep it going. So the energy reading I wrote for this new moon in Aquarius that happened on February 9th, and you can think back to the time and think about any themes or energies you were experiencing, and I'd love if you shared or commented some of those experiences. I am doing this video live as my daughter sleeps, but know that I do want to interact, but part of the reason why I'm kind of just covering the information is because she can pop up at any time. So, the energy reading. This month and every day of life, no one knows what's going on, so do what works for you. I can't begin to express the newness I feel coming with this energy, and we're going into a new year. So, kind of view this really as a astrological new year message. If your natal sun, moon, or rising is in Aquarius, expect to feel a drastic transformation around this time. And also, the sun and moon were conjunct in Aquarius. So at the time, not only was this is a new moon reading, but the sun was in Aquarius. So it had the energy of change, and how the change is going to look is very, very spontaneous. I feel like what we're seeing in the collective is people flowering and coming into more of themselves as they're realizing more and more how we are very, very competent as humans, especially if we have the time to focus on ourselves and spend more time at home. Especially after the pandemic, a lot of us are spending more time at home, and we're able to really tap into the things that we truly love and not kind of the expectations or the things we thought we had to do to make money and be prosperous. Okay, so know that dramatic change is coming. Also, the animal totem for this energy is the snail. At the time of the new moon in Aquarius, it was constantly raining here in California. Hi, Samantha. Nice seeing you again here. It was constantly raining in California, and with that, I was seeing a lot of snails on my walks. So I was like, let me look up this animal totem. So the animal totem for this energy of the snail is, and I mentioned, as I saw it had a recent cycle of heavy rain in California, they are the symbol of tolerance, the spiral of life, and the water bearer, because they literally hold water within their skin and nutrients. So whenever you see a snail, know there's food and water. And just like an Aquarius who can always be distant, let me read that over. I'm reading fast. And I also just had Invisalign, so part of it is my jaw is constantly still shifting, and my Invisalign journey is another story. But that's kind of sometimes why when I talk, I'll slip up because my mouth is just doing different things. So whenever you see a snail, there is food and water, just like an Aquarius who can be distant, but always comes to deliver the message, love, and support because it benefits others. So similarly to the snail, shout out, okay, shout out Alicia. I see you, girl. I mean, you could also like leave a comment and maybe tell me what you think of what I'm saying. I'd love that too. Nice for you to join us. So yes, so when we think of the snail, we think of being able to nourish and hold and take the benefits of our environment and bring it towards us, because that's what the snail does. It makes lemons out of lemonade, and it always makes sure to put itself in the environment where it's going to receive what it needs. So that is really the energy here as we're stepping into the new year, astrological new year. How can you prioritize environments that really nourish you and help you self-generate? And also, how can you know if an environment is needing you? How can you have the things you need, have the nourishment, the support, the love that you can bring to that environment? So gate 49 is the gate of revolution, and I actually have covered this human design gate, taking a moment to say hi. So I actually have covered this human design gate on my Kuan Yin hexagrams and my human design gate shorts. So if you ever want to know the I Ching lines and the information relating to the lines in regards to human design, or just, it's kind of like to describe the I Ching. The I Ching is an ancient divination tool, and it's an oracle similar to playing with tarot, except the I Ching is also it's been around much longer than the traditional tarot, and it is also in relation to the astrological periods and the wheel of life and the Kabbalah. So if you're someone who's really into that, and I know Princess Lily is, definitely you'll enjoy the Tao Te Ching, or the Kuan Yin, which is the feminine version of the I Ching. So that's why I have the videos on my channel to check out. So back to Human Design Gate 49. In the Chinese I Ching, this gate is called changes and transformations. And I think the word, the hexagram word is ko. And it is represented by the elements of lake over fire. So water over fire. So if you noticed, I purposely did Human Design Gate 49. When I did the shorts for this gate, I did it in black and white to show the polarity of the just two energies. Fire and water do not mix, right? So these two elements don't mix because one needs to move into another space. So literally, if you put fire and water together, they would literally have to move apart in order to survive. Revolution is the ability to accept change as part of your orbit. If you have been feeling like the past few years have been difficult, it's because Saturn was in and out of Aquarius, but now Aquarius has moved into Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation, allowing for a change of circumstances and a new path for decades to come. So this Pluto and Aquarius transit actually will be impacting us over the next 20 years. So there are aspects of your life right now you will either radically change or you've just moved into that you will see the themes continue to come up for the next 20 years, which is really exciting if you're someone who is looking for stability. It's kind of nice to know, okay, there's things I'm doing now that'll still be around 20 years from now. I am a 3/5 human design self projector. So with that, there's a lot of change that has happened in my life for the first 30 years, and not much of it is still the same, which in some ways is a good thing. So yeah, if you're looking for change, it's here. It's here. So gate 49 transits with gate 4, and gate 4 is formalization. It's also the gate of learning and foundations. And the city of this gate is understanding. So city means the highest frequency of the energy or the life theme. So with the city of our learning being understanding, it really allows us or shows us the importance of learn so much that you're actually so open to continue learning. Understanding is being always open to someone else's perspective. And by doing so, we can create the radical changes and shifts we need in our plane, because part of it, the reason why the world is the way it is because it's so divided. And part of that differentiation benefits us, but another part of it actually keeps us from creating the healthy, stable bases we need of community to build a democracy or even like a political standing on. So this is what I wrote for Human Design Gate 4 formalization. Understanding, this human design gate is called youthful folly in the I Ching. So it can also be represented by the Fool card if you are more comfortable with tarot. So think of those archetypes to understand this gate. Gate 4 is about foundations and answers because, of course, learning is about finding answers. So gate 4 can also be called the gate of answers or formulating answers. And gate 4 is the gate about foundations and answers, and truly how thoughts identification are the beginning of the process of learning. What thoughts do you hold, and how can you keep a beginner's mind this month? And even though this was for February 9th, a beginner's mind in the first sign of Aries is perfect. Aries can also be represented, even though Aries technically is, I would represent it with the Emperor card. You can also in many ways represent it with the energy of youthful folly, because Aries is the first of the zodiac, so they're like the babies of the zodiac. They tend to be very carefree, have like childish like energy, and very in tune with their inner child. Like I have Aries friends that I feel like are always willing to try something the first time, you know? And if it don't work out, hey, but like they're okay with that learning process. So, all answers can be true if it's the specificity in how you come to your conclusion that matters. Are there any conclusions you can release this month? Be open to learning and trust that you will always be right. The journey of life is the process of coming into new awareness, continually changing the foundation to match the new form. So, every time, especially if we're thinking about the 7 year cycles, every time we come into these major cycles in our lives, it's really important to change. And that's even like our physicality can change, which means our mental and emotional bodies are changing as well, and vice versa. So, changing and transformation is a very, very holistic process. And for being able to focus on the mental aspect of it this month in particular can really help, especially as Aries rules the head. And this video is being recorded right in time for Aries season. So, think about that. What belief systems have kept you in a similar pattern or energy, and maybe shifting the mindset around it can actually open up new ideas or new beginnings for you. So, some self care, because I've just talked a lot. We've covered the human design gates, so you have the gates to contemplate on. So, now let's hop into some self care. So create a morning drink ritual. So I really love a few drinks. I actually love a lot of drinks. I'm a Taurus and I'm open taste, cognition, and human design, which means I basically can eat a lot of different things and be fine. And actually I need that variety. Variety really spiritualizes my life, and it also brings me a lot of joy to eat lots of different food. I've also, when I'm open taste, can have multiple diets. So I've had a vegan diet, I've had plant-based diets, I've had, kind of more carnivorous diets. So yeah, with that, creating a morning drink ritual can probably be really helpful for me to just get into a practice of one particular drink. But I pretty much can have coffee, matcha, anything in the morning, and it just kind of like just doing that particular act and sitting with a cup for 10 to 15 minutes and maybe reading something or pulling a card for myself can help so much with my just overall mood and energy. So next is have a staycation. So my daughter's birthday was the 1st of February, and it's the Lunar New Year, or she was born on a Lunar New Year, so it always usually falls around that date. So we actually had a mold remediation going on in our home just because one of the pipes behind our washer dryer unit was loose and we didn't realize the water was leaking when we would run our clothes. With that, we had to get our apartment remediated, and thankfully my lovely building, they put us in another unit. So we were actually able to make lemons out of lemonade like the snail and move ourselves over there. And we were able to just enjoy her birthday as a staycation. I got balloons, we bought cake. It was just really, really fun. She had toys. It just was nice to be in a new space. And I'm mountain environment and human design. So that guest suite that we stayed in was on a higher floor compared to where we are. So it was just really nice to be able to enjoy that as well. So it really, you would be surprised what you can do just within where the space that you are, of how you can kind of make it your own, whether it's add some plants and find a cute nook to sit in, or have a tea. Like, these are all things that can really just make us feel better. So next, watch a cult classic movie. I've watched, and it's funny because when I think of cult classic, I wouldn't necessarily say Avatar, but absolutely Avatar. So I've been watching Avatar, I feel like it's the live action version. So because I know it's originally a cartoon. The Last Airbender is really, really good. A reader told me to watch it a while ago and I just like didn't. And then my partner was like, babe, let's watch Avatar. And there's tons of gems in it. So if you're someone who's interested, especially we're talking about revolution and changes and earth elements, or the elements of the earth like water, fire, air, ether, like watching Avatar was great, and I feel like I still have more to watch because they're pretty long episodes, but the gems that you can get, especially as someone needing to be more courageous, stand up in your power, kind of take on energies or situations that you feel like are way, way bigger than yourself, similar to Motaz. We need more people like that who are willing to just like stand up, stand on business, and stand up for the world. And if you are someone who's in your 20s or 30s, this is like the perfect opportunity. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like the younger generation, and I guess I'm a millennial. I would say older millennial, but I'm probably like mid-range millennial. Um, we are a little tired, and I'm sure we all are, but I do feel like Gen Z in particular, like we're tired, but we're also tired of what we've been seeing. So at this point, it's like we're willing to do what we got to do because we realize that being tired and not doing anything is just as being tired, just as bad as being tired and doing something. So might as well just do something, feel a little better about the situation, and actively know we're changing things for generations to come. So next is practice automatic writing. Automatic writing can also be called scripting, and the practice of writing freehand, which is basically like not even thinking about what is going on the paper, just allowing your body to flow. One, it's a great way to ground yourself. Two, it's also a great way to see like the thoughts that are on your subconscious mind. And three, it's just really good practice for manifestation, especially if once you are in your flow of maybe doing this regularly, you can start to see the beliefs you have and rewrite those beliefs and create more positive beliefs. I actually have a video that I do plan on posting about rewriting your money beliefs. I recorded it last year, and I think the timing my videos are coming out are all ironic, and it's going to play out very well from a spiritual standpoint because what I feel like people are going to see is that I talk about certain things way before I actually manifest it. So when it's manifested and it feels like, oh, but now she's talking about it, it's like, oh no, there's proof that 2 years ago I said this. And I want people to get in that awareness because I think a lot of times when we don't see the fruition of someone's work, we may assume they're not doing anything. But that whole time stuff was happening. And that's kind of what Gate 49 is. The whole time the interchange was happening. The paradox was happening, and they were just stepping in out of one identity and into another identity. So that money rewrite video is definitely going to come soon just because one, it's been on my DSLR camera, and that's a big part of why it hasn't been edited and out yet, because this is a way easier system. And yeah, I really just like connecting with people through live or just being able to have a really easy system of creating content and just sharing information. So yeah, it's coming. Next is do an internet deep dive. Yeah, do an internet deep dive. I don't know why I read it like that. So, doing an internet deep dive, there's a wealth of information on the internet, and I think a lot of us have started to rely on AI for information or rely on content creators for information, which is great because, hey, I'm a content creator, but also know that there's so many articles that have been on the internet since the dawn of time that are still looking to reach new audiences. There's so many bloggers and blog posts that spent the last decade writing articles about different things. For example, if you're into angel numbers, you literally don't need to watch another video on angel numbers. I even thought about doing a video on it when I may, but I just already know whatever number you need in the world, if you have a question about it, you can look it up and find it. And to honor the people who've taken the time to do that, I think, hey, why not still send people to those sources? So use the internet, Google things. I do enjoy learning quick recipes and things like that on TikTok as well as YouTube. But Deep diving sometimes can really look like taking the time to read or look at information from a while back and then compare it to information now. It takes a little more effort than just, going on TikTok and typing Osiris and watching a bunch of TikToks. Maybe go and look up articles on Osiris or watch a video that's like an A&E history documentary where you can listen to like a lot of people give very deep and profound information. So now let's jump into the Aquarius season questions. And when I leave you guys with these questions as well as the Easter egg, know that you can continue working with these questions. You can even automatic write, which is basically do the self-care practice I had given you guys just now as automatic writing based on writing prompts. So for example, one writing prompt is, how can I stand for my truth? You don't even have to think, just put your hand to the paper and see what comes out. And that will give you a great understanding of your beliefs, your virtue, where your values lie, and then operating towards that every day. Next is, in what ways can I honor my unique expression? I had to learn that honoring my unique expression means I need to be comfortable showing up however I feel like. I don't like feeling like I'm in environments where people want me to perform or put on a show, ironically, because I am a SAG actor, but I need to be in environments where I feel like I can be a show or create a show by being myself. You know that Britney Spears quote from Circus? There's only two types of people in the world, those that entertain and those that observe. Well, baby, I'm a put on show kind of girl. Yes, that's how I feel about that. Like, I want to put on a show, but I want to put on my show. You feel me? Which is why I have my own YouTube channel. So, next is, do my passions serve others? So, we know that your passions are definitely meant to serve you, and we should do what we love, but it has to serve others. For resistance to end, it has to be some sort of reciprocity of your passions or your service to the collective. And in that way, that actually can invoke change. But if you are a one-man island, then I don't really see how you can actively create that change. You can be a single person working towards something, but you still have to be able to connect it with how it benefits the earth, because we are one with the earth. So if it's not connected to that, then it's almost like you're cut off from your own core or your own womb. All right, so the next is, what can I learn from choosing to detach? So, as we know that there is a necessary level of healthy detachment that is needed for true change, we also know that there are healthy and unhealthy ways to detach, right? So Aquarius can be detached in the sense that they may come off dismissive and cold. I've often been told I come off very dismissive, and I'm like, no, it's literally a coping mechanism for how I protect my heart, especially after I've been offended. I would never detach from someone I feel safe around, but if I feel offended or someone is taking advantage, yes, I do think it is super healthy to detach. So this month, think about, what can I learn from choosing to detach? And how can it benefit you? Because sometimes when we think of detaching from something, we view it as a loss, but we never view it as, hey, how can I benefit from this detachment? It could even be detaching from a habit. How can I benefit from gaining my time back? Or how can I benefit for relaxing my body more? All of these things, like, play a role into how you show up in the world. So lastly, well, almost last, I'm gonna have one more surprise for you guys. But let me take a sip of my drink, my morning drink, which was my cafe. Also, shout out to Intelligentsia Coffee. Babe came home with like four big bags of Intelligentsia coffee. That's huge. So I'm really, really excited because I don't have to buy coffee for like a year. And it's really good quality. It's like espresso coffee. So anyway, sidebar. So I have a recommended TikTok because I love to share content from other platforms and I like to be efficient. So I feel like instead of like leaving you to search TikTok all day, I can just send you the dope content I found. And if you want to resonate with it or if you want to look at it, you can look at it. And if you resonate with it, great. So Pastor Kenneth Locke, there's a video of him, and the person who I shared it from just reposted it. But it's Uncaged Faith, and he's basically talking about why God removes people from your life. I don't want to give too much of that TikTok away because I really want you to check it out if you are interested in it. And also, just know that it also kind of is doing the same thing about when it relates to the last question of learning to detach from people, because it's talking about how the benefits or the positive or how you could be protected by detaching. So really check it out because it's a really good metaphor that the pastor uses. And whether you're Christian or not, I think the message can really be beneficial. So this will be the end. Oh, no, it's not the end. I'm so dramatic. I was actually voted most dramatic in high school. Mind you, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I was not even like in any theater programs. I was doing costuming in high school, but was voted most dramatic. And then I became an actor, so very ironic. So I am actually going to pull, since I guess we've been in an animal totem message, so we have the snail as an animal card or animal totem, but I wanted to pull another card. Ooh. The weasel. Just because I do feel like let's connect to animals more. I've been big on plants, and I know that with the wellness explosion. Yeah, what am I right about? Tell me. Yeah, I've been big on plants. So I know that with the wellness explosion, like everyone's been more plant oriented. And I feel like in some ways we kind of have forgotten a little bit about nature and the beauty of just connecting with our animals. I have my dog right here. Show you guys real quick. King Cozy. Prince Cozy. King Cozy is his papa. Prince Cozy over here resting with me. I'm being dramatic. Of course, of course. So, okay. Dang, okay, I didn't lose the card. So, Weasel. So this is the message for the new moon in Aquarius. This is kind of be an overall message, oracle pull. So be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. What a great message. We are very overstimulated right now. I can't even front. And I don't even want to sit here and blame things. I feel like people blame coffee for a lot of their chosen overstimulation. But I do think as a society, we can chill a little more. And I don't think that doesn't mean enjoy the things we like, but I do feel like just the mindless scrolling, I think. And I think the mindless scrolling, whether people want to see that it's real or not, it makes us like things that we don't necessarily need to like. Like you're mindlessly scrolling and you're like, I don't even know this person and I liked it and I don't know what's going on in their life. And it's not like you can't like it, but it's just like, remember the algorithm is only going to show you more. So if it's something that you kind of liked, but yet you're in this automatic pressing of your finger, which is why I think the automatic writing is really going to help, because it's kind of retraining that or rewiring that habit into a more positive habit. But getting in the habit of just tapping things, because of like, I found myself, okay, perfect example. I found myself listening to that Mooney Long twin song. I really love it because it's really cute to use it as an audio with your baby, especially if you have a daughter, me and her. So it's like, twin, dun, dun, where have you been? I promise you. I just be hearing it as I'm scrolling and I already like the video. And I'm like, you like the song. You don't like this person's video. You didn't even watch the video yet. How you know you liked it? So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If you find yourself doing that, take a moment. Actually, at the time of this post, when I originally wrote it, I was on a Twitter break. I actually just added Twitter back today because I do feel like I'm in a better space to enjoy it and know how I want to connect with people there. But Twitter was one of those places that I think as people were moving to threads, it was leaving kind of just like a lot of negativity on Twitter. And sometimes the comment section is fun because if you're someone who's kind of cynical or kind of like quirky, you might really enjoy Twitter. If you're a spiritual astro girly, you would really love Twitter. I mean, you're probably already on Twitter, right? So with that, there's benefits, but sometimes I noticed, especially while I was postpartum, I was seeing things that was like really bringing my subconscious fears to the forefront, and it was really, really uncomfortable. So I had to just kind of like, why am I seeing this trauma news? I need to take a moment off Twitter. I was on Threads. I really like Threads. So definitely if you like using Instagram Threads, you can follow me there and my Instagram, because I also, write about like I'll do like little threads on experiences or just like what I'm feeling or just different things. But if you're interested in the things I say, you'll probably be interested in the things I write and post over there. So yes, I'm going to also read the message for the weasel from the book and just wrap it up. So again, for the weasel card, it said, be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your ears, eyes, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Take a deep breath and release it slowly. Then take another and another. You breathing too, Romeo? He's over here doing it with me. That's so cute. Continue to breathe steadily and slowly from your belly to your chest. Breathing this way will keep you attuned to what you feel in your body. Notice the sensations without judging or trying to change them. Be aware of how your body responds to what you see, hear, and feel around you. Don't judge any of your experience as right or wrong. If you find that you're doing so, take another deep breath, release the judgments as you exhale, and return to simply observing your experience inside and out. When you practice this way of observing, you're operating from pure awareness of the witness self, the self that radiates through and fills your being. It's the self that feels a deep connection with the world as a participant, while at the same time is centered in the observer. Operating this way for a few minutes each day becomes a meditation and will stimulate the realization of the unity of all life, with you serving as a direct conduit and expression of spirit. When you're connected to spirit, the natural world speaks to you and you become sensitive to the energies of the earth. Awareness without meditation or judgment centered in your heart and your soul allows you to know your authentic self without attaching concepts about who you are, pure you. So, really beautiful reflection. Also, some associations with the weasel animal totem is alacrity. You guys can look up that word, alacrity, ALACRITY. Observation, wittiness, foresight, scrutiny, stealth, intelligence, discernment, watchfulness, forethought, silence, grace, and gate 22 is the gate of grace in human design, which transited about 2 weeks ago. Friendliness and discretion. So being the weasel is being aware, being quiet, feeling things out in your body first and then responding. And I feel like that is a great message for the end of a year and coming into a new one. So if you love this video, feel free to share it with someone. This message is timeless. You can come back to watch it at any time. Also, you can check out my other videos. I have tons of full moon and new moon videos that cover previous transits. So you can always go back to them and think about a specific time period and go back to the moon transit at the time and see what it says. Also, I never really promote my readings or my apothecary as much because I've been doing these videos as a live as of recent, but you're so welcome. But my apothecary is actually I'll talk about my readings first. I was just talking about my moon cycle, the moon cycles and stuff. So my human design readings as well as all my offerings are on my website withlovecole.com. And With Love Cole is basically a website that is for my personal brand, for my channel, and for my apothecary. So you can see all the offerings I have. I'm a Reiki master. I also am a apothecary owner. I'm a human design reader. So I have a combination of my skill sets in my different offerings. Also, as a content creator, I do marketing as well. So with that, I'm able to offer my design skills. So whatever you think fits what you need right now, especially if it's a one-on-one call about a foundational understanding of human design or some type of spiritual guidance or business guidance, I am here to facilitate that. You can feel free to check out my website and then email me and book a reading. All the information's there as well as the pricing. So just see what you need and reach out. I try to keep things very clear because I don't want people reaching out and they're not really interested. For the sake of honoring my time as well as your own time, take the time to look at the offerings and really sit with what you want. And then at the time of booking, we will discuss, or consulting, we will discuss and see how to, experience it. So the next offering that I have that I want to share with you guys is my apothecary, and I make sea moss gel. So my apothecary, Cole Apothecary, is a sea moss shop where I supply raw as well as gel sea moss, which is still in raw form. It's just blended into gel, so it's already able to be used right away. I make those products at home. They're handcrafted and made with love and infused with high vibrational music. I'm often playing 432 hertz or 528 hertz as I'm making my sea moss. So know there's a lot of intention and love that goes into it. And if sea moss is something you're thinking about adding to your diet or learning more about, you can check out withlovecole.com/Cole Apothecary, which is the main page of the sea moss shop. You'll see that I have tons of options, and I also infuse my sea moss, so you have tons of herbal infusion options. Turmeric, ginger, bladderwrack, which is great paired with sea moss. It's another sea algae. But sea moss has 92 of 102 minerals the body needs. So know that if you're looking to add an amazing live supplement, I call it a live multivitamin in your diet, come to Cole Apothecary, check out my sea moss. Sea moss is excellent, if I may say so. Yes, Princess Lily has ordered some of my sea moss on many occasions. Sorry, my leg is going numb. But yes, Princess Lily has ordered my sea moss on many occasions, and I'm really, really happy that she loves it. Also, I ship it across country for her, so know that if you are in the United States, I ship my sea moss everywhere, and if you are international, I can still ship, but know that it is going to be more. I'm still looking into better shipping options, and honestly, if you're someone who loves sea moss, feel free to comment below and share with me some tips and hacks on how I can get sea moss to a larger collective, in terms of just like shipping, like if you're interested in raw or dry or capsules. I'm looking to explore other options of making it, just because I know that so many people don't really want the ocean taste, but they want the natural ingredients. So I'm thinking about capsules and things, but I do have gummies on my site, which are available to order as well. And now that my whole sea moss promo is done, I'm going to end the video here. So I love you guys. You know all about my offerings and things. You can check everything out. Look forward to my next video that will be for the March 25th full moon in Libra. Or is it full moon in Libra? Man, that will be coming up on March 25th. I'm going to do another video on that for you guys. And in the meantime, check out all the videos I've posted so far and get yourself some rest, because I know I'm about to go rest. So, peace.